is so for those who don't know, I'm Vince Morales. This is my cousin Ricky Simone. We're both fighters in the UFC's bantamweight division. Been wanting to do this podcast for a minute, so this is just cuz. Welcome.
Yeah, dude, we've been trying to put this out for a little bit, huh?
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
we actually tried and failed kind of on a podcast last week, kind of a test run, huh? But you live and you learn.
Yeah. So I was gonna leave that one up because we did talk about your fight a little bit, but if you wanted to talk about that a little bit now, I mean, we can just take that one down and kind of start over anew. Like, how'd you feel out there? You look good, dude. That was like a big win.
Yeah, man. It was like a week and a half now since the fight, so just been kind
Mhm.
of getting back into it slowly. I already started 2 days back, but dude, felt super comfortable in there. Felt really good. Was a little bit of a chip on my shoulder since I felt like I wasn't getting the respect from the media, underdog. And yeah, that kid was 16-0, but I didn't feel like our strength of schedules were very comparable. So I had a little bit of chip on my shoulder, and I was fired up afterwards. So
Yeah.
hopefully this, I can get a good top 10 matchup after this one.
Yeah, well deserved. Well deserved, I'd say. Like, I was saying the same thing because there were a few people. Even I can't remember who it was. Somebody I was talking to in person was like, when they first announced that fight, I was amped. I'm like, it's like Ricky's gonna run through this guy, and they're like, really? And I'm like, really? Like, you're asking me like that? Like, have you seen? I was like, I guess they'll have to learn the hard way. But yeah, you do look definitely comfortable in there. It's a big, which is good to hear because I remember, was it the font fight where you said you were a little uncomfortable, like something wasn't. Was that before Oyama? That was before Oyama, right?
Yeah, that was like the fight before I started going over to
Yeah.
Team Oyama's, and
I
I knew
see.
I think I knew after that one I had to like switch something up just to approach in
Yeah.
there. Um,
Mhm.
and also you know how it is, like the more fights you get and the more you kind of pump out, and it's just like wrestling. The more mat time, the more comfortable you're going to be out there, the more you're going to
Mhm.
be able to adjust live, and that's the most
Right.
important thing in my
Yeah.
opinion. So I
Yeah. Fuck
think I
yeah.
think we're getting old, bro. We're getting old, in our
Ah.
30s now. Well, I'm still 29.
Hey, relax, dude. You got 30 days left. What do you got left?
Yeah, so
A
much
little
20.
over 30 days. Oh my god.
They say you hit your prime around 30 though, right? So
That's when everything
let's
started
see.
falling apart for me.
Yeah, I know.
I
That
tore
dude,
my
man.
Achilles, dude. My body hurts
Yeah,
every day. Oh,
yeah, yeah. What have
yeah,
you been up to?
solid.
What have you been up to, bro?
Chilling. Just back to train. Well, I didn't really train last week because a staph infection put me on the sidelines, which is lame. I guess it was going around. I guess like people at the PI were telling me like 6 people have gotten staph in the last like 2 weeks. I'm like, well,
Oh,
damn,
dang.
something must be going around. Yeah. So I kind of took last week off a little bit. Actually, I started running, dude. I think you got me all motivated to go running. I was like, I need to run again because I've been doing that. So I put in like what did I run? I did 4 miles Wednesday, 3 miles Thursday, 3 miles Friday. I rested up the weekend. Yeah,
Dude,
it's dope though. Mm,
it's I don't know. I think I've always done it since wrestling, getting
uh,
that road work
mhm.
in. I don't know if it's like that extra mental toughness and always doing it like different like climates, especially out here, either cold or like hot. Like we get that short burst like right now, so it's
Yeah,
like fun
yeah.
to like have to like tough through some tough runs in different climates. But dude, you're running out there in 105-degree Vegas heat. I know you're dying.
I love it, dude. I was out there trying to work on my tandem. I'm sick of being the whitest Mexican in the room, dude.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
dog.
yeah.
Yeah, it's dope though. So I think I'm gonna start doing that like every morning, just because I saw something from Huberman's podcast talking about like I think you talked about it too about like sunlight early in the morning is supposed to do like wonders for your testosterone level or something. So I was like kind of
Yeah.
looking at that. I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll start doing that in the morning because literally I get up at 6 and I kind of lounge around until I got to go train or go to PT at like 9. So I was like, yeah, screw it. First thing I can do, get up and go break a little sweat. That'll be good for me.
Yeah, definitely. I try to do that, but I'm kind of lazy. I get up in the early, but I just want to drink some coffee out in the sun and stretch for a little bit.
Chill.
Living that professional fighter lifestyle. So I got to schedule my workouts. I'm not gonna work out before 9.
Yeah, that's a good move. That's a good move.
Yeah,
We'll see. We'll see. I always start something good with like good intentions, and then I'm like, hey, I'll move some things around. Like
yeah.
every time. We just started yoga last week too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
regular? Or are you doing hot yoga? What kind
Hot
of?
yoga. Yeah,
Dude, I
yeah.
love
Just
hot
something to get a
yoga.
little limbered up because I feel like my body's just constantly like this. Like everything's gripping all my joints. Look at how rolled forward my shoulders are. I know they're huge, but like
That's all of us fight. That's what they always say. Like we're like always hunched forward
Yeah.
of our
Yeah.
wrestling stance, our fight stance. The shoulders are always kind
Uh-huh.
of coming forward. So my therapist is always trying to like get me to like come
Yeah.
back right there, my shoulders. So I know how that is. But
I thought about getting one of those posture correctors. Have you seen those, like on
yeah,
Amazon?
yeah,
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 I
dude.
thought about it, but I'm like, that's kind of lame.
You old man. You old
Yeah,
man.
dude, I know. I was like, man, am I that old? I don't want to talk about it. I better
Dude,
get these shots out of the way.
are you doing the are you doing the 60 or 90-minute classes on the hot yoga?
I think the one we've been going to the 75 minute. It's an hour 15.
Oh, okay, okay, right there.
Yeah.
I think I've only done the 90-minute ones, dude. By the end of that, I'm like I'm cutting weight basically. I'm
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
5, 6, 7 pounds. You know, like I've lost in the water. I'm like sitting there looking around. All these old ladies are just killing the poses. Not even a
Yeah,
bead of
dude.
sweat. I'm disgusting. There's like little like rivers running off my mat. It's
Uh,
gross. It's gross.
that's gnarly. That's exactly how I felt, dude. I told my dad too that I was like, because I was kind of happy. I was like, cool, like I'm starting something new, and it's like good for my body and my professional career. And I was telling my dad about it. And he's like, the first thing he says, he goes, "Are there like other guys there?" Like, yeah, there's some other dudes there. What?
Yeah.
Why? He goes, it's not the coolest thing you do. I'm like, you suck.
Hey, the fight life isn't all pretty. Come on.
Yeah, right. Killing me.
Come on.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Well, last week we did make some bets on some fights, and I don't know if we'll end up linking some of those clips together or something like that.
Should do
But
that.
we had some bets. What fights were the bets on? What was the first one?
The first one was Patty and Jordan.
Patty and Jordan. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That fight was interesting.
It was right.
The grappling exchanges were actually pretty dope.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you think? What'd you think about your boy Levitt?
It's kind of what I was expecting, other than like he was hanging out in some spots, and I think that's kind of what cost him. That's what got him need, like hanging out with his head real low.
Mm.
But yeah, like it was for the most part, it was kind of going the way I thought it would. I was like, Jordan kind of slowed things down a little bit, didn't let Patty get off on the stand up and close the distance, dragged him down, and he seemed to get the better of most exchanges, most of them. And then yeah, like I remember the second round started, he was like just hanging his head in on that double. I was like, oh no, just like because we worked out on a pretty regular basis, but you know how it is when the lights get on us and. Man, sometimes crap happens, and that's exactly what happened. That's one thing Patty does good, dude. That dude, he fights. He comes to fight. Like, it doesn't matter if he's like losing or how it's going to make him look. He's going to throw something crazy up, and he's going to be fighting for it. So kudos to him for that. That's 3 fights, 3 finishes. That's money.
Yeah, dude, he's definitely an entertainer. He's definitely there to show out. And then the talk between the twerking and the teabagging, that was just that added awkward fun. What?
Yeah. Oh no, that's so weird.
But we did bet a shot of tequila on that one, or whiskey. But
I got it, dude. I got it.
You're a tequila man, so.
No, I'm not. I got a tequila because I thought you were gonna make. I have whiskey downstairs. I literally just went to the store and grabbed this because I was like, Rick is gonna be mad at me if I don't do tequila.
Yeah, come on.
Fine. There's one. Okay, here's one.
There's one. Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, we decided we would pay up and on the pod, so the fans can get involved in
real
some
nice, dude.
Too.
What are we gonna call this, dude? Are we gonna call these little bets something?
Didn't you already pick a name? That was quick, right? What was it?
BattleShots.
Yeah, there we go.
BattleShots ain't bad. I kind of like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shout out to Shino. She's the one that came up with that.
Okay, nice. Yeah.
Well, cheers, dude.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sipping on some Dame Mas tequila as well. Might as well.
Okay, I see you.
I didn't lose a single bet, so I wasn't gonna be able to drink, but I'll sip on something.
Yeah, thanks.
Smooth.
I'm a man. I'm a man.
Nice. All right. Next fight that we were betting on. And hey, let's you can take these throughout. You don't gotta hit these back to back, but let's just talk about the fights. The next one.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. But you have to do them by the time the podcast ends.
Oh, I'm gonna.
Okay. What was the next fight that we had bet on?
That was Chris Curtis and Jack Hermanson.
Yep.
It's one of those fights. I think it kind of shows you like what a good game plan could do.
Yeah. what did you think that Chris Curtis, what if he could have done something different, because he lost 29-28 times 2 and 30-27,
Right, right.
so unanimous decision.
Yeah, maybe cutting off the cage a little better. It seemed like he was kind of trailing him for the most part. So like, in terms of ring generalship, Jack Manson was using the octagon for all of its benefits and used him his way. So that was kudos to him. For Chris Curtis, yeah, I think cutting off the cage a little more, maybe throwing in more combinations versus looking for one or two big shots. But I've been there. That's literally I just described my last fight a little bit. Like
Yeah,
it's super
it's all,
frustrating. It's almost like there's something holding him back.
it's always easier said than done. Like even when we're
Mm-hmm.
like we're in the corner for each other, like, oh, you just
Mm-hmm.
need to do this, but it's a lot
Uh-huh.
different when it's you out there
Yeah,
getting
yeah, yeah.
some shins and
There's
some
that threat
bandages.
of like I'm gonna get clipped when I try it. I know it. I can feel it. Like yeah, it's
Yeah. The most epic clip is Mike Perry talking about that when his coaches are like telling
oh
him,
yeah,
go,
yeah,
go, go.
yeah.
Like, you fucking go. I don't want to get hit right now. Bro,
Yeah.
nothing's ever like resonated with me more than that clip. I swear
Oh
to
yeah,
God.
I felt that in my soul, dude. That was so funny.
Yeah.
That was a
Okay,
good one.
okay. And then the last one was it the main event? We had
Yep.
Curtis versus Tom Aspinall, which
Mm-hmm.
you wanted Curtis as well, but you let me pick,
Yes, I did.
and then there
I'm
was
a
a kind
gentleman.
of weird injury. With, I mean, do you think it's just like you think there's a pre-existing injury? I mean, it could have been, or just two big fucking dudes just throwing at each other. It's like anything, like you're just throwing
Yeah.
a heavy leg that much, you throw it that hard,
Mhm.
something's gonna happen, huh?
Yeah, eventually, right? I was watching it like I watched the replay a bunch of times in slow motion too. Like you know how Cowboy he's really good at bringing his kicks back, like with raising his hip. He goes boom and brings his hip up. It looked like Aspinall like plucked the kick and started pulling it back kind of before it landed. I was wondering if maybe like that's what caused something to shift because he threw that kick hard, but that's all
Yeah.
just kind of speculating, right? Like
Yeah. Has there been anything that has come out about the injury?
I
I don't think I've.
think I think let me see if I can find something. I think they had said that it was a MCL, which is like it's like super painful, but it's a short recovery, so it's one of those like trade offs.
Yeah, actually, I was throwing right kicks at the end of a long, hard practice, getting ready for that Sunset fight, and coach was having me throw hundreds of kicks, and I think I just wore out my MCL and like had like a slight tear in it, and for about 4 weeks I couldn't even like wrestle on it, couldn't kick with it,
Oh god,
just from it making that contact and landing, just that
yeah.
bend once it hits on the inside of the knee. I think that I mean I've definitely done that, so I can see
Mm,
how that could have been it. Yeah,
yeah. That's kind of all I could think about because I didn't see anything about pre existing, but let me
yeah.
see.
Not that we'd probably know.
Yeah,
I mean,
right.
fighters never really disclose any of that, anyways. Rarely.
Yeah,
If you lose,
yeah.
usually not. If you win, usually you will, huh? Isn't that kind
Oh,
of
for
thing?
sure.
Like
Yeah, yeah.
if you
If
lose,
I
you're like, I
win,
can't use it as an excuse. Yeah, yeah. I can't use it as an excuse if I lose. But if I won, you bet you're gonna find out what I had to go through.
yeah. What is that about? That's crazy.
That's funny. Okay,
Yeah,
so
which
yeah,
sucks because both guys probably could. At that point, it's like, oh man, we both hurt. But I won, so I get to talk about it. You can't because it's an excuse. Like
right,
that's
yeah. I
rough.
mean, everyone always got something going on for the most part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's rare when you don't.
Hmm.
Um, Yeah, so you owe me 2 more shots, and you can do those
Yeah, I
whenever you want
know.
throughout this.
I'm
Bro,
gonna
I'm rocking for
right
I got
now.
a water, I got a coffee, I got some tequila, bro. I don't even dude. At a fight camp, Ricky is uh, it's out of control right now.
I love Picky, dude. Let's
Yeah,
go.
yeah, come on.
This is my in camp protocol, though. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, come on. Yeah, no, it's not. Yeah.
No, no,
You cut too
I'm
much
good.
weight
I'm
for that
good.
shit.
Okay, relax. I don't cut that much.
You wouldn't be. I don't
Mm-mm-mm.
think you'd be able to like. That's like one thing about like cutting down to like 135 pounds. Like everything has to be dialed in and on point, to
Yeah,
make the weight. So you can't really. There's no room to make them cheats. All I
yeah.
can think about is like the last 2 days of the weight cut. Like, would I be mad at myself for doing this at this point in camp? Like, all right,
Yeah,
let's
right,
not make
right,
it more
right.
difficult for the weight cut.
Uh-huh. Yeah, how was it cut this go around? Well, like you've done it, I don't know how many times. It's probably smooth, but it's always gonna suck.
Yeah, DC and John Anik and Felder, they all kept asking me this, like during fight week. They kept asking me about my weight and stuff like that. In all my wrestling matches, I've never missed weight, and in all my amateur fights, I never missed weight, and in all my pro fights, I've never missed weight. It's never been a issue for me to miss weight. So I know I'm a bigger bantamweight, but I didn't like how much they were like trying to like address the weight issues or whatever. But the weight cut was fine. The sauna kind of shit out on us like towards
Oh
the end.
no.
So trying to cut the last couple pounds in a sauna that doesn't want to get hot. I'm in there, no energy, just making myself shadow box,
Uh,
and like to break a sweat and yeah, but it's whatever. At that point, I feel like cutting weight, as long as you're dialed in and you stay mentally tough, then you can get through it. But
yeah,
it's tough. It's
absolutely.
tough to do. It's tough to do for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah, for sure. Dang. Yeah, it's got to be just the size of you, dude. Everybody's like, how's this guy make weight? Because I look at you sometimes, I'm like, we're not in the same weight class. Get the hell out of here.
It's because I'm like just as wide as I am tall. That's
That
that's the
makes-
problem.
it's like you're
I'm
wearing
just
like a barrel around yourself, like a shell, dude. That's
yeah,
why I say you're a Ninja
yeah,
Turtle. That shit.
yeah. That's how I feel, bro. I've been a lot of people have been calling me a juggernaut, and I was laughing because you and Cam were calling me a juggernaut like that last
The
camp.
juggernaut, dude. Uh huh. That's it, bro. I love that for you. I'm
Yeah,
gonna have that. You
yeah,
know
for
that
sure.
is it Eyes Judge, that dude on Instagram who does all those does all
Yeah,
these
yeah,
like edits. I'm gonna have him do a juggernaut version of you. That's
yeah. That'd be dope.
hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. He
Yeah,
actually
that's
hit me up.
perfect.
Yeah, I should ask him to do that. That'd be sick.
You should. Yeah, that's money. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
When
I'm
do you head
actually.
over to Dallas?
Yeah, as I say, I'm actually going to the fights this weekend. I'm super pumped.
Oh,
I'm heading out tomorrow morning, early morning. Um,
sick.
I'm gonna do an appearance for Howler Head with Kevin Holland. It's gonna be super sick. We're doing that Friday, so if you're in Dallas, come out and see me. Hopefully, the podcast is released by then. uh,
Yeah, I'll get it out. I got
uh,
it. I got it.
yeah. um, and then I'm super excited because I'm taking my little brother Tank with me. He's never been to a
Sick.
UFC fight before, um, so it'll be his first time, and we're just gonna have a great time at these events, and then go to the fights, and we're gonna do it up a little bit. So I'm super
Sick.
excited. It's a good card too. It's a good card. Should we
Yeah.
should
Yeah.
should we do some picks for this
Bro.
upcoming card?
Yeah, we should. I'm gonna let you do a few of the picks first because I failed miserably last time.
Okay. Well, I don't want you to like
Yep.
I don't want you to like have an excuse for why I'm winning because I got to pick first or whatever.
Oh
But like
my god! I already
usually,
got it pulled
usually
up
when
right
you
here.
win, you get a pick. So I don't really know if there's any fights on the undercard that I want to pick. Do you have any teammates fight on this card? Do you have one or?
Not on this one, no.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, yeah, then we can do a few off the main card, and I mean,
Let's get it, dude. That main card looks like money for this one.
yeah, opening up is Ankalaev versus Anthony Smith. That's a huge fight at
Yeah.
205, right? Is it
Mhm.
like
It's a big one.
4-5 or 5-6 the ranking, something like that? Looks like a great one.
Yeah,
And
dude.
then we got Alex Perez versus Alexandre Pantoja. Is that how you say it? It's
Yep,
Pantoja. I
yep.
don't know how to say his first name, but Alex Perez, AP. That's my boy. We put tons of work in.
Oh
I
yeah.
stayed over there for 3 weeks for this camp for him. And I get ready for my fight. So man,
Sick.
Alex hasn't had a chance to show it, but I mean,
Mhm.
so he hasn't fought since he fought for the world title. But this guy's been putting in work. He's made some crazy improvements. He just had some though of the worst luck I've ever seen with all these fights falling out. And we got Derek Lewis and Sergey Pavlovich, Brandon Moreno, Kai Car France for the interim belt, 125 belt, and Juliana Pena versus Amanda Nunes for the women's bantamweight world title rematch for both of those co-main and main event. Okay, you want me to pick first, or what do we do? Which ones do you want to do? But
Dude, I
you want
say
to
the
do?
whole main card.
We're doing the whole main card. That
Yeah,
scares
why
me because that could
not?
be potentially. We did three shots last time, so I was thinking we could do
Mm.
three. We could pick this.
Okay, okay,
Let's do
okay.
three. Let's do three.
We'll
Let's
pick
keep it
them, but there's
three.
a three bet.
Huh?
I say we pick for all of them, but we cap the bet for three.
Okay. Okay. We
Does
let's
that
pick
work?
for all of them, but yeah.
Because
Battle
I
shots
think I think
for.
that card's dope. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Well, if I'm picking first, I'm gonna go ahead and pick Ankalaev versus Anthony Smith to start it
Yeah,
off.
yeah, yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking too. I'll take Anthony Smith because you picked. But how you thinking? Why Uncle Live?
Well, when I was looking, because I've seen him fight several times. He's a
Right.
beast. I mean, things has one loss on his record.
Mhm.
And when you're comparing stats, he um throws out more damage
Mhm.
per minute, takes less damage per minute. in his grappling exchanges. He's more successful on the takedowns, and I don't know, just 17-1. Like he's
bro.
just
Yeah,
every time I watch that dude fight, I'm like, this dude is a hog, dude.
he's
So
legit. Yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's just hard to
Real
go against
good
him. Anthony
wrestling.
Smith, yeah,
Yeah.
Anthony Smith is dope too. He's dope too. But
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how I see him getting it done. I mean, we even know that Ankalaev can go 5 rounds. I mean, he went 5 rounds. Was his last fight against Santos. So
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah.
I think he's he's gonna be able to answer the bell anywhere that Anthony Smith takes it. So that's why I pick it in. I don't know, and you would have picked him too. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't like that one for the battle shots.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Going on to Alex Perez versus Pantoja. This could be
It's
like
so sick.
a number one contender fight for
Yeah.
both these
Yep.
guys. And I'm not ever gonna pick against my boy Alex Perez, but same thing with Alex.
Mhm.
He gives out more damage than Pantoja. He takes less damage, and he can dictate where the fight goes with his wrestling. So for those
Yeah.
reasons, I'm going with my boy AP.
Let's go. Yeah. I'm not
Who
picking
you
him
got?
for those reasons. I just,
Who do you got? Huh? Tell me.
of course, Alex, dude. That boy's sick. Dude, just training that little bit I have with him and you, and or just watching you guys spar at the PI and stuff, man. Like when I envision what it's like for like the championships or like the top of the division, like you guys are the cream of the crop for that. Like I think you guys just do everything the way it's supposed to be done, with the intensity it's supposed to be done, with the intent that it's supposed to be done with. That's you and Alex Perez, like kind of two peas in a pod a little bit, dude. You guys like complement each other so well and just give each other that same feel. That's probably why you guys are so doing so well, feeding off each other, because there's that high level of competitiveness in both of you. And bro, I'm really hoping like Alex gets another crack at the title, because I think he's that boy's the truth, dude. I think he's dope.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
agree.
picking him. I'm picking him as well.
Yeah.
I'm
And you don't
rooting
gotta
for
be
him
jealous
hard.
either, bro. You don't gotta be jealous either. I still love you.
I didn't
Like
I
we
didn't
got,
want to bring it
it's just
up.
different. It's just
I'm
different.
gonna let me
It's
take
love.
this shot.
It's like shot 2. Let's go. Vince said no tequila. I was like, no, you gotta. It has to be tequila.
I love it. Oh, I got to get Jace to make some more Juckula, dude, and then have you try that, because that stuff's
Yeah.
exquisite.
Come on, Jay, stop slacking. I heard about this tequila years ago.
What's he doing? I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna text him right now, dude.
All right, Derek Lewis versus Pavlovich.
Yeah. Damn, Pavlovich is only 15-1. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay.
Dude, have you been to a Lewis fight in Texas before?
Yeah, when I fought on that card
Yeah.
in
Oh
Houston.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Uh huh.
Dude's Lewis. I mean, he's famous, but he's famous in Texas.
Yeah. They
They,
love him.
they love him over there, and dude, I love Derek Lewis. He's
Mhm.
exciting every time.
Mhm.
I want to get a knockout just so I can do his celebration where you're like,
Yeah. Dude.
I want to do that. That'd be epic. But
Uh-huh.
I'm going for Derek Lewis. I'm not going to bet against Derek Lewis in Houston. I didn't when he fought for the interim title. I still won't.
I think he's got a curse when he's fighting in Texas, though, right? I think he's like 0-2 fighting in Texas
I don't
in
like
the UFC.
I don't
Yeah, so
like that.
I'll take Sergey for that. But I am a big Derek Lewis fan. Did you see him talking to the media for like their press conference throughout the week?
I
Like
haven't
he's
watched it.
he just keeps saying, he's like, no, I don't like none of you guys. Talking to him and stuff. He's like, yeah, just make up bullshit about me. You're just talking shit. He goes, fuck you. And he's just sitting there
Yeah.
like, damn, let's go, Derek. Okay, I see
Dude,
you.
is that not how you feel? That's how I feel. Every time I have to talk to
Uh-huh.
the media, I'm like, let me pretend I
Mhm.
fucking like, I don't know. I just gotta
Mhm.
like watch all the shit they say. And like,
Mhm.
I don't know. I don't feel like most of them are knowledgeable anyways. So
Mhm.
they just annoy me, honestly. But I
Yeah.
definitely feel that. I gotta find that interview.
Mhm. Yeah. It's a lot of the media gives me like I want to call it like fair weather fan type of mentality. You know what I mean? Like I'll talk to whoever it may be, and it doesn't go for all of them, but a few of them I've talked to them, said best of luck. They're wishing nothing but the best for me. Like yada yada yada. They're excited, yada yada, and then I go see them on the opponent's post or whatever, just saying, "Hey, congrats, do your thing." Like, I hope you win. I'm like, "Hey, whoa, I thought what we had was special." Like, what
Yeah.
is that about?
Yeah, no,
I
and it's
imagine that's where some of that's coming from for Derek Lewis.
yeah. I definitely whenever like because people always hitting us up for interviews and whatever, and I think
Hmm.
that's what a lot of people like about MMA fighters is I think we are more willing to do that online and answer these messages and these interviews
Right.
more so than a lot of other professional athletes. But it just gets to a certain point where like they ask me and I go to their page and they're sitting there talking shit about fighters and stuff. I'll like go to their page and I'll look like how do they treat fighters, how do they talk about fighters, and what if I don't like the way that they do, then I'm like, nah, I'm not gonna go on your show or do an interview with you.
Yeah.
So
Hell yeah. I
I'm
commend you
more,
for that. I like that. I'm gonna start doing that. Get a little
yeah,
like, yeah,
yeah,
because sometimes I feel like when they hit me up, I'm like almost partially obligated. I'm like, oh well, you took the time. Like I want to do that for you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like,
yeah,
nah, like I want to draw the line a little bit. So
yeah.
I
Kind of
like
have to,
that.
I think. Okay, this co-main event fight is gonna be sick. Brandon Moreno, Kai Car France. Brandon Moreno in that first fight that they had a few years back, dude, it seemed like he really came to life in that fight, and
Yeah.
it was almost like the perfect fight for Brandon Moreno to beat Kai Car France. The way he was just like the whole time, didn't care about
Mhm.
anything. He was so smooth. Combos were sick. Didn't care about nothing. I mean, even though Kai would clip him and whatever, he would still not care. Walk forward, walk through all the big shots. So he had a performance of his life that night, and I mean, I feel like it's kind of what he's gonna have to do again to get another win over Kai Car France this weekend. What do you think?
Yeah, especially like Kai Kara being on that little tear he's been on. He's been kind of doing his thing,
Yeah,
dude. He's been looking
yeah.
good. Like he still gets dirty a little bit, but he's like coming out on top a lot, and he's doing a lot of the right things. What's that? He just beat undefeated dude, Askar,
Yeah,
right?
was it
Is that
Askar
is he
Askarov?
it? Yeah, 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 yeah. How the hell did I forget the last name?
Mm. Yeah,
But
yeah. Same as the first one. Same twice.
my bad, my bad, my bad. Yeah, I thought he did his thing in that fight. It was pretty close, but like I think a lot of people were kind of didn't really know what to do or how to call it for that one because just the undefeated those guys are. It's
Close one.
different when the records like that, but man, Kaikar's been doing his thing, dude. Cody Garbrandt and everything. So I think Moreno's really gonna have to. He's gonna have to stand like solid if he wants to stop that train because I think Kaikara is really moving on the like he's using momentum for him right now.
All right,
So
for the battle shot, who you picking?
oh man, I don't want to pick against Moreno, but I pick Kaikara. I guess.
Oh dang, I'm telling Jason. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Mhm.
Go with the Mexican. I like that. Let's go Moreno.
Mhm. Let's
Um,
go, dude.
okay, so battle shot for that one.
Yeah,
Loser
yeah.
takes a shot of
Let's
the
go.
other person's choosing.
Mhm. I'm gonna have to get a
Main of
little whiteboard. Keep a
yeah,
tally on these.
yeah, you're down. Scoreboard: Juliana Pena, Amanda Nunes. Do you watch Ultimate Fighter this season with them as
I
coaches?
watched I watched the two episodes that had my no, I watched one episode that had my teammate Caitlin Neal on. It was just the first one. That's literally the only episode that kind of held my attention span.
Okay,
So I don't know how any of the back and forth went or anything. Did you watch any
yeah,
of it?
yeah. I watched like the full season, but like the Ultimate Fighter is
Okay.
not what it used to be. Like
Right,
it used
right,
to be
right.
like a full on reality TV show. Um,
Hmm.
where we actually got to see behind the scenes and see more like shit. But I think everyone else is just like fighters are just gotten way more smart these days. They're not gonna
Right,
be
right.
acting out, doing some crazy stuff, peeing on each other's pillows and stuff. It's kind of like
Yeah,
tame.
yeah,
The
yeah,
shows are
yeah.
kind of boring, so I kind of watch. I fast forward. I watch. I fast forward. I get to the fights. That's
Mhm.
basically it. But yeah, I mean, I watched the entire season kind of like that as it was coming out, um, and it was fun. I thought, and I don't want to. One thing about having a podcast and doing this is like, we're like picking fights and stuff like that. And you know how fighters are like, I'll get butt hurt if another person like talking shit, like picking against me, tell me
Uh-huh.
what I could have been doing different in the fight.
Right, right, right,
But
right.
like we said, it's always easier as a viewer. So
Huh.
I know that's one thing I'm like, I know like we kind of just got to be conscious about, but at the same time, it's like, it is what it is, can't worry about
Right.
too much about it. But I think Juliana Pena was kind of, her coaching style would have been very annoying to me on the Ultimate Fighter. The stuff she
Yeah, yeah,
yells
yeah,
out
yeah.
and stuff like that. Like I'm trying to get a contract and and some of the advice that is being yelled out is just super interesting. But they got into it a little
Interesting.
bit. Amanda Nunes and Juliana this last little bit. It's exciting. I think a fired up Amanda can beat Juliana Pena. So
I agree.
I don't know. I don't. Do you want the pick again? Since you're down 0-3, I might as well just give you all the battle shot picks, right?
That was kind of rude and unnecessary. But yeah, I'm taking Amanda Nunes in this one. I think I don't think last time I want to say she wasn't taking it as serious because of Juliana Pena's skill set, but where she makes up for her skill set is like her kind of tenacity in there. And I don't know if Amanda Nunes was like ready for a fight. All right, I think
Oh
this
yeah,
time she's got a better understanding of what's going on in there, and I think she's gonna kind of run away with this one.
yeah. Juliana's definitely a dog. She's definitely
Yeah.
she's definitely a
Mm-hmm.
dog, bro.
Mm-hmm.
I like the way she even like was saying like I'm gonna bring the fight to her, which
Yeah.
you're saying that about Amanda. That's definitely interesting. When you say that, I'm like, oh,
Uh-huh.
don't do that, don't do
Yeah. Why
that.
would you? Why would you do that? Yeah.
But damn, she did it great.
Uh
So
huh.
I'm excited.
Uh-huh.
I'm excited for that one for sure.
Yeah.
So you're going with Amanda?
I'm going with Amanda on that.
All right, yeah. I mean, that's who I would have picked. But all right, for a battle shot, you get Amanda, I get Juliana.
Okay. Let's
She
go,
was
dude.
from Washington State, I believe. Juliana was training in
Yeah.
Washington with
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
from
Mm-hmm.
Washington, so I gotta, it's always hard not to roll with a fellow Pacific Northwest warrior.
Okay. I feel you. I feel you.
So, all right. So we got for the battle shots, we got the Brandon. I got Brandon. You got Kai. Maine.
Uh-huh.
I got Juliana. You got Amanda. Do
Uh-huh.
we pick another one? I picked
Uh,
Derek, and you pick
yeah.
Pavlovich. Okay.
Yep. Yep.
That's
Yep.
the last three.
That's it.
All
The
right.
last three, dude.
Sick.
Dang. If I go 0
Dude.
3 again, dude, I'm gonna be.
Dude.
Oh man. We're not starting like this. We're starting like this.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. Yeah. I mean,
I love it.
you just gotta know the fights, bro. I live this
Uh,
shit.
oh, okay.
So.
Yeah, I gotta go, dude. Like,
um,
hell yeah.
dude. I just had to bring up from the UFC London card, Meatball Molly. Dude, I love this girl. She's a spark plug. The elbows. The
Uh-huh.
elbows.
Oh,
Hey,
otra vez, güey.
dude, are you kidding me with the elbows?
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
I've been practicing that elbow for like 2 years. Maybe one day I'm gonna throw it.
Oh, it's been
Finish
longer than
me.
that, dude. I
Yeah,
remember I remember one of the first times you came down to Ontario. We went and worked out at that Fit for Life gym, and you were showing me that
oh
fake
yeah.
fake knee pick to that spinning elbow. I was like, oh damn.
Josh
I remember
Evans.
back then. I was like, oh, this guy's sneaky. Yeah,
Yeah, dude. I
that
think I
was-
just copied everything Frankie Edgar and John Jones did.
yeah, that
Uh,
makes sense.
the
Uh-huh,
knee taps, the spinning
uh-huh,
elbows.
uh-huh,
Those always work. Those are
uh-huh.
sick. Gotta bring those back, actually.
Yeah, hell yeah, yeah.
But did you catch the Contender series last night?
I had it on in the background while I was playing video games, so like I was in and out of it. I can't think of anything that really stood out to me, but like I said, I wasn't really watching, so I don't want to like put my foot in my mouth. I think the only fight or the main fight that I watched the most of was that guy Aljo cornered him. I can't remember his name. It starts with a B. Bukalev or
I can
something
tell
like
you the
that.
names.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Bukalev.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna look it up, dude. Hold on.
Yeah. Did you see the homeboy that missed by 10 pounds, bro? Think about
Yeah,
this.
dog.
Like, there's no blueprint to like getting into the UFC. It's tough. It's a tough life. Like you're fighting on the regional scene. You're trying to build yourself up, build up some finishes,
Mhm.
build up your record. You
Uh,
get the opportunity to fight in front of Dana White, and you miss weight by 10 pounds, bro. 10 pounds. That's like, do you even try? Did he think he was gonna
yeah,
make the
right,
weight ever? Did he make the weight before? Has he missed weight before? I don't know who this kid is,
right,
but
right.
10 pounds, bro. Like
That's
that's
crazy. Those are the
rough.
things that make me think like are these people? I don't know if people are taking it as serious as like we did when we were on it. Not like we're like OGs, but like it's been around for 6 years now, right, or something like that.
Yeah, we are
I
OGs, bro. Come on.
yeah, oh man, we're OGs. Look at that.
I was on the
Uh,
first season. What was you were on the first?
I think I was on the second season.
Second. Oh, it was the second. Yeah, it was the second.
I'm pretty sure it was second.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
like I remember that was the first time where I was like, oh man, like I always have like pre-fight nerves, but like walking out there with no music and everything, and then knowing Dana White's right there and knowing you got to show out, man,
Yeah.
that was for me that was huge, dude. And like going into it, I was like, I can't mess anything up. Like I got to be on point with all my stuff. And so it's crazy when you see people missing it by 10 pounds. It's like, well, do you not understand what's going on right now? Do you
bro.
not understand the severity of the situation?
Yeah.
It's crazy to me.
Yeah, and to miss by 10 pounds, like you had to have known before going in to it that you were going to miss weight. So like to waste that other person's time, the other person missed out on an opportunity to show out in front of Dana White, you know. So I'd be upset. Hopefully they
Oh
get that kid back on
yeah,
this season, you know, and get him a matchup soon.
yeah,
Even though the weight cut, he already went through the weight cut, did all that. So you know, that's tough. But that's what you got to kind of do when you're trying to get in. You got to be ready and you got to be able to deal with these hiccups for sure. I mean, we both dealt
yeah.
with them before, and you see Dana White's message to all these guys. He thought one guy received a contract, and he thought the performances were a little lackluster.
Mm, mm,
And he's saying seize the opportunity, and really that's how I look at that. I was a little salty, you know, I was a little salty when he first started saying that, like it's an opportunity, you know, but because I'm like, this is my life, but by the end of
right,
the day,
right.
it is an opportunity, and that's how I think about
Mm,
it. I think that definitely helps going out there with the mindset. Like I gotta
yeah,
seize this
yeah.
opportunity, just relax and do what I do.
Mm.
But did you? So you were saying you felt that when you went out there,
Yeah,
with
like
the
like like
especially
the
for
the
Contender
the
Series.
pressure of the moment,
Yeah.
right? If you want to call it that. Definitely, dude. Like that was the first time and I think not that because I a lot of times I think pressure isn't always bad, right? Like it's good pressure. So for me, I was trying to kind of hold on to that, but my mindset may have not been right for my outcome. But I was there for a fight, thankfully,
No.
and they were happy to see like the kind of fight that, despite me going out and seeing Tweety Bird flying around my head. I don't know if I ever told you that, but
Yeah, you did. I was in your
oh
corner, so you
man,
told me right after.
yeah, okay, that's
Uh,
right.
but dude, that for that, but no,
uh,
but for the first round, what you did in that fight, that's
mm,
what they wanted. That's kind of
right.
shut. But for me, like I was like thinking about it because I think at that point, when I was fighting for Contender Series, I must have been 10-1 or
Right.
9-1, 10-1, something like that, going to fight in the Contender Series. And I had never made like any money from a fight really before. Like I had been
Mm,
paying
mm,
out to
mm,
everyone. I think the most I ever fought for was like 2-2 or something like
mm.
that, you know. And the Contender Series, they pay you 5-5, 5,000 to show,
Right.
5,000 to win, $10,000, and that is all I thought about.
That's a bit
I never had
100%.
$10,000 before, so that's all I was thinking about. I was like, I'm gonna shoot. I think I must have shot 25 shots in that fight. I'm a wrestle. Fuck this guy until I get $10,000 in my
Yeah,
bank account. But then
uh-huh.
I definitely, but the thing is, that was kind of like what I thought. I was like, I don't care about like trying to do something crazy for them. But
Right.
then I didn't get the contract, you know, and I definitely felt it
True.
after we are sitting in the back of the room, and I knew in my head, I was like, I didn't deserve the contract for what this is. This is kind of like a
Right.
show out platform. I think I'm well rounded, and I think I can be in the UFC and compete in the UFC right now. But for this platform, this is not what they want. They want you to go out there and they want you to earn that contract. You know,
100%.
so yeah. I mean there's so much that goes into it with the Contender Series, and you can't be missing weight. Everything you got to go out there and show
No,
out.
dude.
You got to go out there and show out.
100%.
I love watching it. I love watching it. It
Oh,
is
yeah,
fun.
yeah, yeah.
Some guys will go out there and seize the moment. And you know, it is interesting because during the whole fucking pandemic bullshit, you know, there's a lot of guys who got signed through Contender Series and short notice fights that never fought in front of a crowd.
Right. Mhm.
They fought at the Apex. They fought, you know, for the Contender Series at the Apex and the small
Yeah,
shows in
yeah.
Vegas at the Apex when everything was shut down and there wasn't a lot of fans. So I've been wondering how now that things are opening back up, how those guys are doing who might have 2 or 3 fights in the UFC, but only ever in that venue at the Apex. They've never
Right.
made that walk with a sold out arena, and you know how that is, bro. You know the
Uh-huh.
difference of fighting in the Apex,
Oh,
fighting.
man.
Yeah, yeah. So
I love that crowd so much, dude.
yeah, and so what I was thinking about
Uh,
was like your boy,
uh,
and I don't want to like I know he trained part and everything, but Levitt, I don't know
uh-huh.
if he had fought in front of a crowd like that before against Paddy
It's the
Pimblett
first one. That was the first
in
one, and it was a
London.
big one.
So
Mm-hmm.
and I could you kind of see it a little bit, and
Mm-hmm.
I have been saying this since the beginning, like how many of these like guys who've been doing great at the Apex are gonna have to show out in front of a crowd now, and
Right.
it's gonna be a different tune for sure, huh?
Dude,
Interesting.
I was talking to Coach Wood about that today. Just kind of asking like is there anything kind of different that could have went on? Maybe something that you think we could have got better control of or anything? And he's like, honestly, like he knows that was the kind of first giant one in front of a crowd, and he goes, that was the loudest crowd I've ever heard. He goes, I've never been in an arena where the crowd's been that loud. He goes, it was
Dang.
insane. He goes, he goes, it's still hard to say like whether or not the lights on a fight like that like play a role, but you can only imagine, right? Like from going to no crowds to like the loudest crowd someone's ever heard.
Oh, yeah.
That's a big jump, dude.
That's why I didn't. They were offering that fight against Jack in London, and I was like, "Yeah, I'll do it.
Right.
That's what I have to do." But I'm ranked higher. I'm
Mm-hmm.
fighting the guy ranked behind me. I've had more
Right.
fights in the UFC. Like, make him come over to the US and fight me. And luckily,
Right.
they agreed with me, and they made him
Mm.
come over this way. But I was like, I'm not gonna give this boy any advantage. Like, if I could take advantages away from him, I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
uh,
Mm-hmm.
so it definitely plays a factor. It definitely does. I mean, I felt it when I fought Uriah Faber in Sacramento. I had never heard like my bones were shaking at one point before the fight. I looked
Yeah.
at Tyson M, and I was like, "God damn, son, this is." Look,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I thought I had experienced most walkouts and stuff like that, but you could. I mean, in fighting, you can always experience something a little bit different, a little bit new, and you got to be able to adapt and deal with the pressure for sure, huh?
Yeah, 100%. That's what it's about, right? It's fighting's not fighting's not fighting without obstacles being in the way, right? If
Mhm.
there's no obstacles, then you're not really fighting, right? So the fighting takes place
Yeah.
more than just in the fight. It's more than just the obstacles that your opponent's bringing to you. What obstacles do you have on the way to the cage, on the way throughout fight week and stuff? Like this is the stuff that I think a lot of people don't they put into consideration when they're thinking about a fight. Like there's a lot that goes into this.
Yeah, yeah, so much, and the like a strong mentality will get you so far. Like, there's so many guys I know that are in the gym. I'm like, you're stinking it up in the gym. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, yeah.
But they're so mentally strong. They go out there and they kill it on fight night because they can go out and perform. And it's like, and then you have, you know, on the other side, you'll have someone who kills it in the gym, but then can't put it together, can't
Yeah.
get through that fight day, the fight week, whatever, and like
Mm,
psychs themselves out. You see that all too often, and I think being around the sport long enough now, like I've
mm,
realized that I've been in the corner. I've been in so many people's corners at this point. Not only in my own experiences going out and making the walk, but being in Tyson Nam's corner in Russia when he knocks out Ali Bogutinov. Like it just like crazy. Being
right.
in the corner and experience these things is like you kind of like realize like you just gotta bring it, and turn it on mentally every fight. And if you're training right, then then it should
Right.
work out. And that's kind of how I feel at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I agree with that 100%. I got a little distracted when you brought up Tyson because fresh news. I'm sure you've seen. I'm sure Tyson's told you too.
But,
Okay. O'Day Osborne and Tyson Nam, those bastards, dude. I told him when O'Day was first, he got offered the fight because Tyson's. I don't know who he was going to fight, but the homeboy fell out. O'Day hit me up. He goes, "Hey, I got some good news, but you may not be happy about it." And he texted me that, and I was like, "What the hell?" I was like, "How do I feel about this? I don't know what you're talking about." And then come to find out, like he's potentially up for a matchup against your boy Tyson. And I'm like, I love Tyson. I'm like, okay, like, oh, you guys, this is the part of the business that's like, it's funny, dude. It's interesting.
that,
And I was telling him, I'm like, hey, you guys better not hurt each other. Like,
yeah, come on, bro. Both those guys hurt people. So what
oh,
we're doing is to hurt business, bro.
I'm like, oh no.
Yeah, no, it's definitely unfortunate, dude. I can't stand that poster in the background with me in favor. That's
Oh,
ruins
sorry,
it every time for me. Yeah. Anyways,
sorry. I got you. I
dude,
got you.
yeah, bro. Are you going? It's in San Diego, or August 13th, August 12th.
13th. Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Are you gonna go?
You're going.
Yeah. Let's go, dude.
Yeah.
We'll party.
Yeah, okay, I'm going.
Let's go, dog. Let's go. Boy, we gotta hit up Jason. See if we can get tickets next to each other.
Yeah. We'll make it happen. I'll talk to him because I'm gonna be in Dallas this weekend, so I'll talk to him too.
Oh, sick, sick.
Great. Well, we'll break that down next week then.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah. It's a fun one, dude.
that is the next card. So,
Uh-huh.
bro, I just wanted to bring up again, since it's a common opponent for you. Cub Swanson's making his jump down to 135 pounds. That is very interesting for us. But he got matched up with your previous opponent, Jonathan Martinez.
I thought you were gonna say boy. I'm like, don't call him my boy, dude. I'm pissed
I was
at him.
gonna call it my boy.
Real nice, dude. Real nice.
Dude, I love you. I love you. I like Jonathan though. I
Uh-huh.
like Jonathan.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
but
Jonathan's a good
I
dude.
love
Yeah,
you
fuck
though.
that guy.
I love you.
Yeah, yeah. Me too.
But dude, Cub at
My legs.
135 against Jonathan Martinez. What'd you think? What'd you think?
My okay. I'm gonna be honest. When I first found out about it, I was on my way to practice, and my first thought was, was immediate jealousy. I was like, oh, this motherfucker. I was like, really? So like, and I was already like, I had like an anxiety filled night of sleep. I don't know why. I was just up all night the night before, and like feeling whatever, and I couldn't wait to get to practice and kind of get it out. And then I found that out on the way to practice. I'm like, great, someone's getting hurt today. Like,
I was about to say, someone's got to pay.
dude, I was so like,
Were you at Ode?
I was jealous. Yeah, and I was just super jealous at first, but I think it's a dope fight. My first thing, I think where Cub's gonna shine, where I had issues was the fact that if he's missing, he's gonna keep throwing until he hits. Like I in my fight, I would only throw expecting to hit and then miss because Martinez has fairly good range control, and then kind of get discouraged for a second and back off, right? And that's the obstacle that I failed to deal with, right? So that's the big one where I had the issue with the fight. Cub Swanson never seems to have that issue. He hucks, he throws, he gets in, he throws again. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I think Martinez is hittable. So I think as long as Cub Swanson doesn't get discouraged and actually keeps moving forward, I think he's gonna. I think he'll look good. But his first fight coming down, I don't know.
That's it.
It's always the weight cut, dude. Yeah.
Is Cub a southpaw or he just switch a lot?
I think he switches a lot.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be very exciting for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I love a Cub Swanson fight every single time.
Yeah.
I mean, it's very interesting. I wish they would have honestly like matched him up with somebody else, like someone else, like Dom or Frankie or something like that. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that matchup to get given away because I'm trying to fight Frankie Edgar, Madison Square Garden, November, second week in November,
whatever, dude. Yeah, super sick. I love that for you. I hope you get that.
Dude, I'm trying. I'm gonna do some work this weekend at Dallas. You guys might see something. You know what? I'm not going to these media guys anymore to announce stuff. I hate that. They always tell me to wait to announce stuff after I already signed a contract. I don't understand that either. Like, why do I gotta let someone else announce my fight? So I'm gonna start announcing my own shit.
Sick.
We'll do it on the podcast or do it on my own social
maybe.
media. You know? Like, it don't make no sense to me to like wait for like let these media guys act like they like are the first ones to let this news come out when I already know about it. I'm the one who signed the contract. I'll let the news come out. Like,
I love it. You know what? I'm taking another shot to that. Dude. That was
Jade, I need some more tequila.
You tell her, dude. I'll wait. That's money. Yeah, I think you should. I support this 100%.
Yeah. So I
gotta
think
get something too, dude. I want to get on that, dude. Maybe I can get on the Madison Square card with you. Madison Square Garden card,
bro. That would be.
What's the date on that one?
We fought on the card. We fought on the same card one time together, and it was a horrible night. It was insane.
I'll block it. Yeah, I got it.
Vince fought Benito Lopez. My son, Lil B. I thought Vince won. Everyone else thought Vince won.
Vince won,
but I definitely didn't win against favorites. So, but we're still in it. We're still in it. Where are they?
We're still in it.
Where are they?
Yeah, 100%. Hey, where are they?
Yeah, that's actually. Didn't they talk about Faber and Cub Swanson fighting?
Yeah, I thought they were going to do like a WEC Legends type battle or something, but yeah, I don't know. Interesting.
Yeah, that would have been. I mean, that would have been interesting. I actually would have, when I had found that out, I told Jason House, our manager, that I would make weight free of charge just in case, because it is Cub Swanson's first time going down. And man, that Faber fight just kills me. So I was like,
I get it.
I was like,
I get it.
If there's a chance, if there's a chance, I'll just make weight. I'll show up and make weight. But obviously that ended up happening. So
I feel you. I feel you. I'll move this poster around too. By the way, I got other ones.
Put something else over there.
I don't know. It's the only one. Your face is on it though. It's dope.
Yeah. Dude, that was a
Yeah.
goal of mine. That was a goal of mine early in my UFC career, to
Mhm.
get on a poster, because you know how
Uh-huh.
sick that is to be able to sign these posters and be
Mhm.
like,
Mhm.
yeah, baby, thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, look at
This is
her.
actually
Hey, let's
one of
go.
my favorite tequilas. Let me get this up here. It's Dame Mas.
Um,
It is it's a very it's a sipping tequila. It's sweet, and it's been my favorite as of late. So as you could tell,
Dude.
that's it.
Oh,
So
that sounds empty, dude.
yeah. All right, I did not know that. They said they're going to send me more Dame
Oh,
Mas. Dame Mas.
oh yeah. Well, cheers, dude. Cheers, cheers, cheers.
Cheers. Yeah.
Madison Square Garden, huh?
Let's go. Make it happen.
Oh,
All right. Well, I mean, I think. Something I want to bring up too is like, since honestly, since we didn't get that first one out in time, I don't know what we're doing with it. That first pod, I don't know if this is going to be the first official one, but we want to start getting fan questions going. We're going to drop these weekly.
yeah, sick.
So if there are any fan questions, drop them in the
Mhm.
YouTube channel. We're coming
Mhm.
out with the IG page.
Yep.
So that's probably the best places to ask the questions. We're going to start. I was saying we can start doing like some IG lives in the first part of these and answer some questions when we get to that as well. So,
Sick.
so I think that we want to make it inclusive too. We want to do some fan questions, some fan giveaways. I'm down for that.
Mm.
Give you guys some merch
Yeah, I
and stuff
love
like
it.
that. If we can't earn your love, we'll buy it any way we can. But
Yeah, dude.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah, bro. Yeah, I
yeah.
think
Oh, that's
I'm
funny.
excited. I'm excited, bro. I'm excited for this weekend. I'm excited to
Yeah.
go out there.
Yeah, me too.
I've dreamed about this, like being like in this position to where like the UFC will even like ask me like come do an appearance. Like
Yeah,
I've
right,
dreamed
right, right.
of so, so I'm pumped to go to Dallas, and I'm pumped to be able to take my little brother with me. And
Sick.
I'm super pumped that we're finally doing this podcast, because we've been talking about it for
Mhm.
years. And
Yeah, been talking
yeah,
for a minute, dude. Yeah,
everyone
it's
needs
crazy.
a little bit more Vince and Ricky in their life. Come on.
Just a little bit, just a little bit. Yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Well, bro, as always, fucking pleasure. Let's so we're doing these every Wednesday up at the latest to Thursday morning. So I'll have this one up tonight actually, and then yeah, we'll go from there. I love the whole fan questions thing. I'll put that. I'll see if I can crop some of these, put them on the Instagram and stuff, and it's gonna be dope. I'm super excited, dude. I love this.
Yeah, let's keep pumping them out, bro.
Yeah, let's
Just
go, dude.
just cause. Let's go.
Just cause. Later.